Hello. I'm back. Blame it on Fro.
Reveal ourselves to the Jedi.
Clumsy. Jeez. This is like, I feel like this is not fair. Maybe I should just deactivate the Phantom Menace for the rest of the day. I could do that really quickly. Mods, are you all able to do that, or should I go into my settings? I don't know what mods have access to. It's very funny, Clumsy. It's not your fault, but I wonder if I should just switch it off for today. This is a lot of crashes, guys. This is more than usual. I'm wondering. One of the things I hate about PCs and technology and all this stuff is it's very hard to pin down exactly why something like this might have happened. Am I having packet loss? No. Everything on my side is crisp and clean until I look up and I see I have 0 drop frames. Everything's in the green. My internet speed is good. You know. You can't do that. Okay, well, if it happens again before I go back live, I'll go into my settings and I'll switch it off for today.
Hello there.
Okay, I'm not like bad about it. It's very funny. That's completely fine. I don't blame Clumsy for that. Clumsy, you're fine. But just out of fairness, I'll go ahead and just turn it off if that happens again. Imagine all the people following with notifications on. They're just getting spammed and spammed and spammed. Okay, what I think I'm going to do... Purple Tiefling, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, don't mind you. Hey, go lurk. Go lurk. Do what you got to do. I think what I'm going to do is... I haven't used this scene in a while. I'm curious if the extra processing for the green screen might be doing something here. So hold on. Let me refigure this little guy right here. There we go. And then we could use this scene and see if that helps anything. Am I a little big? I feel a little big. That's a mood. All right. Thank you. I'm not smart enough to hack the system. Keep on making me crash so that you can keep doing it. Let's see. Whoops. Every time I click out. Alina Baipur? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I hope I said your name right. I tried to say it very carefully just in case. Okay. Now I don't feel centered anyway. Now I still... Look at that. I still don't feel centered. This is scuffed this morning, guys. This is so scuffed. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, right? Okay, here we go. We're gonna finally get into Minecraft. I'm just gonna launch it so that hopefully that doesn't happen again, okay? Let's just do it. Third time's a charm. The user list is so broken too. Yeah. Okay, so, I mean, listen, okay? I took some time off stream. But I may not have taken time off Minecraft. I can see 6 people, one of them was a bot. It probably is getting like really weird with the start and stop. You aren't supposed to hack non-code, especially you. That point goes especially to you, Code. You're definitely not allowed. Because you could actually do it. So, you know. Gotta get roses ready for the kids' teachers. Clumsy, behave. Poor Clumsy. Look, hey, listen, I'm just doing what I need to do. What did I do? Nothing. You're fine. You're fine. But stop it. So listen, I did a little bit of stuff. I did a little bit of something. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Couldn't be me. So I may have built up the hill a little bit. Now, I'll be completely honest with you all, okay? This was built, this was built, this was built, this little another silo thing was built. And then I may or may not have used World Edit to copy and paste some buildings up here because these buildings are far from important. They're kind of just background noise. So I copied this building here and pasted it a couple of times. Doesn't really make sense yet. I'll have to make like a path to flow through these. And then of course this building is a copy of one of my favorite buildings down here, this one over here. So I did kind of copy and paste some buildings, but the reason I did that is because I really like the way this looks. Come over here. I love the way that this looks because that's kind of what it looks like in the Ricks Road pictures that we have, just like stacks of building up on mountains. So it's pretty cool. Red, good morning to yourself as well. How you doing? So little baby houses, you know? So I did a little bit of work. What else did I do? I added some skylights. I added some skylights in this building because these buildings were they were pretty rough. And then I realized that I knew these two sides were a little bit different than the other, and I was okay with that. I was at peace with that. In fact, I kind of wanted them to be just a little bit off. It's only off by like 1 block though. So I had to make the skylight over here 4 blocks versus 3. And I got to admit that's bothering me more than I thought it would, but it's fine. I might actually end up making that just 3 and just living with it. But anyway, so I added some skylights, added a little bit of details to some of the roofs, some chimneys, some antennas, some communications arrays. This little staircase over here, I did build this the other day as well. So I've been doing a little bit of work, but I feel like it was the kind of work that I don't think many people would have thought would be super interesting. But it looks so cool. It looks so cool. And I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm okay with like using world fill in order to sort of filling the boring parts. I designed and built all these buildings at least once. You like the staircase? I'll go give you another look at it too. I figured they needed to have a way up there, right? There should actually probably be a staircase around about there too, but that's fine. I'm not going for functionality, you know? So yeah, there's a little staircase. Just fitting everything in with the style, you know? You know? This is a pretty interesting little house here too, I think. I like this one. Anyway, okay, so, and I'm not necessarily going to leave those houses like they're open and stuff right now. I might go back and do stuff to it later, but also it's not the focal point, right? The idea is that you could stand like up over here and grab a picture of Ricks Road like this and just see buildings, you know, just see buildings up there. So that's the whole idea. All right, so today what I need to start on is I need to start on the big circular building. So I'm going to pop up, please don't freeze. Okay. I'm going to pop up the reference pick, which I think we're just going to use Ferrix Business Center. And if you recall, this is what I'm looking at building now. This big guy. Oh, it's so huge. It's so much taller than this. Jeez. Well, let's see. What I'm going to start with is at least getting the, get back to Minecraft here. I'm going to at least start by trying to get the shape done, right? Yeah, the drum, the big circle. You like the poles? These little communication arrays things here? I like those too. All right, so I'm going to start. Let me get my circle generator up here. Minecraft circle generator. There it is, Minecraft circle generator. And then I gotta count. I gotta count how big it is right now. Jeez, it's so much bigger than I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I just lose it? I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let's see what that looks like in the generator. So 21 across in width. 21 by 21. So basically I'd be making it like this. If you all haven't used these, you really should. This makes circles so much easier. There's no shame in using it. You can just kind of have it up for reference. So I'll put it up like this. It'll go this way. 21 by 21. That might be a good start. We could at least map out the first one, and then we'll go from there. Let me throw you up here. Don't mind all the weird icons on my desktop. I do happen to be working on a project in addition to playing Minecraft. I have been working on a project. I'm about, say, maybe 7 hours deep into it right now and nowhere near the end. But if you see some of these icons here, that might hint you into what I'm doing. But that's the only hint I'm gonna give you. Okay, that's it. Space. Okay, yeah. So let's try this. Ah, shoot, I didn't get it up. I have to put it up. Man, it's taken me longer to get back into this than I thought. Not sure if answered already. No spoilers. Are we going to watch this weekend? But have you watched Tales of the Empire? I have watched everything except the very last one. The very last one. And it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Shoot. I need to find the center. I need to find my center. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How did I got that the first try? Holy cow. Holy cow. Leaving you all under supervision of my cats while I go search for a lost cat. I hope you find your lost cat, though. Good luck. Thank you so much. We need the supervision for sure. So basically each one is a 7, and then we go up 2, 3, up by 2, another 2, another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and then another 2. And then 2 up this way, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Yeah, honestly, I think that might work, because look at how much taller than this building it's going to be. Not mine, but thank you. Well, either way, I hope the lost kitty finds its way home. And bless you for helping, for real. 1, 2. I hope it's not going to be too tall. But it is pretty impressively tall in that. It's kind of a focal point, really. Outside of that tower, it's kind of the next focal point. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Okay. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we did it. Yeah, that looks about right. All right, the next side. I want more Star Wars animation. You know, the only thing I can think about, Coleman, without spoiling anything, is that there's 2 stories in the whole thing. The second story would have made an absolutely incredible movie if they fleshed it out a little more. It went a little too fast. It went a little too... Yep, that looks like a half circle. Thank you. It went a little too fast. It went a little too furious. But it's a great story, even though I don't know how it ends just yet, because I haven't finished it. And I can't help but feel like it would have made a much better movie. You know, Star Wars Minecraft collab win. They have done that. What do I call you? Rexen? Rexen.exe. I like that name, though. I don't know if that's how you want to say it, but yeah, they have done that. There's Path of the Jedi we just played not too long ago. It was pretty good. Pretty good. Minecraft and Star Wars go together pretty well.
It's a roundhouse kick.
Call me Rune. Run or Rune. Okay, cool. Is that from Rune, from like RuneScape Rune? 3, 4, 5, 6, right? No, it's actually 1, 2, 3, space 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay, let me get a hydration. Thank you, Mersa. Depends. Well, I happen to like RuneScape, so We had a whole RuneScape era on this channel not too long ago, actually. For quite a significant portion of last year, we played RuneScape for the first time. I did a little competition where it was like people who haven't played RuneScape or haven't played RuneScape a lot were paired up, and we did like a challenge run. It was pretty fun. And then I kind of got hooked for a little while. And then we moved on. RuneScape Epic Edition. I'm not familiar with that edition. And then, okay, I better reference instead of trying to do this from memory. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, boom. Look at that. I mean, I think that's big enough, right? I think that works because it's supposed to be taller than this one. Yeah. Yeah, I think that works. Yes, Dutch set that whole thing up, and that was so much fun. He was talking about maybe doing a similar thing with old school RuneScape, and that I would participate in that because I think playing old school RuneScape would be a lot of fun too. RuneScape was good for us too. Like, it was good for the channel. It had such potential because I could kind of just like click around and talk a lot, you know, which is what I like to do. Hold, please. There we go. Sorry, I just had to blow my nose a little bit there. What you building? So this is Rick's Road from Star Wars Andor. This is where the whole rebellion goes down, you know, with the bell tower and with the bell tower and the streets and, you know, yeah, this is Rick's Road. I hope you like it. We're on kind of the last building. Oh, Ursa too. Ursa, if you're still here, look at this. I started on the path a little bit. I started playing around with the path. I still don't like, we've talked about this time and time again, how bad I am at making things seem random. This looks it looks kind of bad to me, like the design in here. So it's not my final vision. But this is kind of what I was thinking for the path. There might actually be more, like if I made bigger splotches, maybe that would help instead of just one brick randomly. But yeah, I'm thinking about putting the red sand like all the way through and then having it hit the tower and then spreading this way, you know? Do the random stuff towards the edges. Okay. Okay, we'll work on that. That'll probably be like maybe one of the last things we do on stream. So we'll finish this building and then on close to the last stream, we'll put those details like that in. And then I don't know, maybe snag a pic or two, you know? I might also copy and paste some buildings onto the right-hand side as well. All right, I'm bringing up the reference picture, sorry. Where are you? Ferrix Business Center. I just want to be able to see that a little bit. There we go. Okay, back to it. Unknown Entity, hello, good morning. Hope you're doing well. By the way, which RuneScape are we talking? Boomer RuneScape, Old School RuneScape, or RuneScape 3? Wait, I would have thought Old School RuneScape would be... Which one's Boomer RuneScape? Because it was RuneScape... I guess it's RuneScape 3, right? Which one's Boomer RuneScape? I would love to... I don't know. Maybe we played Boomer RuneScape. I don't know. But I think it was 3, right? RuneScape... What do you call RuneScape fans? RunEscape fans. Is Boomer the free one? Maybe. I did have I got gifted a membership at one point, I think. Boomer version is the older version of Old School RuneScape, the first version. Oh, so it was Old School RuneScape kind of a kind of like WoW Classic, where it's not actually WoW, it's like a re-release of WoW. Is it kind of like that? Okay, the only other thing I gotta think about here, this building to me looks like a very different material type. I think this is gonna have to be polished andesite. I think it's gonna have to be polished andesite. because it looks very metal. The base of it, I think maybe we could do some brick. So let's go ahead and start on that. That one looks like a 2D on a 3D world. Okay. Let's go start on this. Whoops. Come on. Bum, bum. All I know is that when I played it, and I had people coming in who had been players for a long time, I feel like outside of one person, I feel like everybody who we came across playing RuneScape were some of the nicest people I think I've met online in a while. Like randomly met, up present company excluded, But I just mean like randomly playing a game. You sometimes get a lot of fans of that game in your chat, and they're like, "Oh, you're doing this wrong," or "Ugh, you're such a noob. I can't believe that you're doing it that way." But everyone who came in was like very supportive and very happy to see a new player of RuneScape, and ready to just like give advice, but in a way that wasn't judgy. It was very nice. They were very nice. It was actually kind of hard for me to like finally say, all right, we should move on, because like every time I played it, there'd be somebody who'd be like, wow, a new player, like this is great. It's so nice to see new players in here. And so I will admit it was kind of hard to give it up. Something just felt weird about that. I don't know. I think we're fine though. So yeah, it was a very good experience. I kind of thought that I would continue to play it off stream, but I just didn't really have the time. It is kind of an investment game, kind of like one of those games that you're like, this is the game that I play. This is it. This is what I put my time into. And that's completely fine. I just, unfortunately at this point in my life, I don't have the time to be like, this is it. This is my game. I'm always chasing that feeling. I'm always trying to find that feeling again. Because I've been in those eras before where it's like, this is what I play. But, I'm just embracing it. I'm just embracing the fact that I'm multifaceted, I like to do many, many different things. And yes, I do like to fixate on something for a while. We've been doing this build now for over 30 days. This is what 30 days of build will get you. And so, at a certain point, we'll move on from Minecraft for a little while too. You're so non-plicated. That's a good one. I tried to work Clumsy on a redeem that would let you like add it like a quote basically, but it's a little complicated because I don't want to just use the quote. I only want nonisms, right? I want nonisms to go in there. Did I do this far enough? Yeah, that's fine. It's far enough for right now. I only want nonisms to be in there, and creating your own like quote system is actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to still work on it eventually, but that way, whenever you come up with something like that, you could do like exclamation point nonism add, and then write just the word in, and then it'll give it like a date and a time for like when you set it, and then add it to a database. And then like we could queue, you could just do exclamation point nonism and just queue a random nonism that somebody has put in there. It'd be pretty fun. Nonconformist is my favorite one. Nice. Dutch here's RuneScape mentioned it was summoned. Dutch, how's it going? How did you do that? We were just glazing up RuneScape a little bit because it's a very great game. It's very fun. I have my ways. Oh, he was always here. He's always listening. Eating a whole shark in one bite and being called a safer? I don't know what that means. Did I come up with nonconformist, or did somebody say it before me? I don't know. See, that's the other thing too, is it'd be nice to have it log like who said it. That would be really nice. And that way you could be like, all right, this one's a clumsy, this one's Loots. But I do like nonconformist the best. It is my favorite. Maybe that's what I should call you all instead of nonsters, nonconformists. Because we just buck the trends, you know? We go our own way. We're not men going our own way. That's a whole separate thing. That's something that's not, yeah. Bogan, thank you so much for the raid. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Hello, everybody. I hope you had fun over at Bogan's stream. We're doing a little bit of Minecraft this morning. Excuse me. Let me get you a shout out here.
Hello there.
There we go. Modsters is pretty clever. Yeah, I like that too. And I think that was more of a group effort too, right? Ams, you remember, who was it that said Modsters at first? Was it Lars or was it you? Is that what you're saying? I think it's pretty clever. So, yep, it was you. Yeah, I had the mods listed as Monster Hunters because I thought of like Monster Hunter World and all that. But yeah, when the new mods came on, Ams was like, we should be the Modsters. Playing some free chess. I haven't had a chance to check that out yet. I'm not a huge chess player, but I haven't really had a chance to look at it too deeply. But I hope you're having fun with that still. Has that taken over your Fortnite? I still got to play that Star Wars Fortnite thing, guys. I hope it's still available. I hope it wasn't just a May 4th thing. I want to play that so bad. I want a lightsaber, man. I never thought I'd say that about Fortnite, but it's still out. Okay, good. Is it gonna kind of be there for a while, or I can teach you chess? People have tried. People have tried in the past. I know the rules. I know how to play. I'd say I'm probably not that great at thinking multiple steps ahead. I could think a couple of moves ahead, like, okay, if he does this, but then if that person does something completely different that I didn't think of, I'm thrown for a loop, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do now. So I'm not great at the strategy side of chess. I know all the moves. I can probably win a game against somebody who isn't experienced in chess, which isn't saying a lot. But yeah. Octi, is Octi here? Hi, hello. Good morning, Octi. How the heck are you, friend? Yeah, I just was never really great at thinking ahead. Thinking ahead's never been one of my strong skills, you know? I don't know. Am says, I was supposed to do the shout out. Well, you know what? You're slacking. It's fine. It's fine. I'll watch for it. I'll give you guys a chance to do it. If not, I'll do it. It's completely fine. I'm used to doing it, but you'll get there. You'll get there. I still think you're a wonderful mod. I think you're going to be great. And the biggest reason why I have you here is just because of your passion for being around and being a part of the community and how much it means to you. That's what meant a lot to me. We can teach you all the other stuff. All the other stuff will come with time. It'll come with time. No big deal. Bum, bum, bum. Blue, what are you up to today? How you doing? The passion of not knowing Star Wars. Look, that's how much I appreciate you, is I overlooked that. So just let that sink in. I overlooked that and thought, you know what? I looked beyond your faults and I saw your potential. And one of these days we're gonna get her. It's gonna happen. Wake up one day, it should be like, oh no, I like Star Wars. And I'm waiting for that day. I'm waiting for it. I did it with my wife and Lego. You know, it's not that she hated it. She just it wasn't really a focus of her childhood. And she was fine with it being a hobby of mine. And then she's like, hey, maybe I could build one. I remember the first set we got her was this little house. Just this little house, very cute. You got to start with the cute ones, right? That's how you get them. Start with the cute ones. And then she built that and she was like, okay, that was pretty fun. I had to help her minimally. And then over the years, you know, she builds the biggest, she could build anything at this point. And I pretty much don't have to help her at all. There was a little while there where like certain steps might be confusing to her, but once you like learn the flow of a Lego instruction, you kind of understand a lot more. But it takes a couple of tries to get through it. But once you get the flow, you're good. And I don't have to help her at all now. She is her own independent Lego artist. And it's awesome. Cost me a lot of money and shelf space, but it's awesome, you know. I don't know. I think Am should be punished. Well, I'll leave that up to you. I have nothing to do with that. I'm not crying. Of course not. Why would you? Just watching one of my favorite streamers. Blue, you're too kind. Who do you got up right now? Who do you got up on the second tab? Who is it? Dual streaming it. I mean, I've done that a couple of times where I had somebody up I wanted to support, and then the person I was really watching up on the other screen, you know? Tab muted, you know? So who is it? It's fine. You can tell me. So I watched a movie. I was going to watch Rogue One, then I said, nah, I'm going to watch Grease 2. So we were so close. We're so close. I don't know which movie, like if you were wanting to tell someone like, all right, sell me on the magic of Star Wars. Tell me the one movie I should start with to watch that will just change my mind about Star Wars. It's very hard to tell you which one it would be. But honestly, it'd probably be just go watch the originals. Go watch A New Hope, you know? And if nothing stirs within you, fine. Because I feel like if you can't at least, even if A New Hope isn't your favorite movie, if you can't at least like have an appreciation for the pacing on that movie is really good. Like it moves along at a pretty good pace. It's not like boring at any points. It's kind of a cool little, especially if you know like almost next to nothing about Star Wars. I think that's probably just the best place to jump in. If you like that, go. And then if you like that, just go in release order. None of this like machete order stuff. Just watch it the way that it was intended to be watched. Which doesn't make sense because it's 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. But you know what? That's just the way to do it. It doesn't make sense, but if you want me to explain all that, I can. Of all the movies you could have watched instead, you chose Grease 2. The OG would be okay, but the second one, I didn't even know there was a Grease 2. How come there's some movies that when you talk about like, when you talk about putting a 2 after it, it just feels weird? For example, case in point, A Christmas Story. Wonderful movie. One of our favorite holiday movies. We watch it every single year. A movie I've honestly fallen in love with more and more the older I get. It has its problems, but generally, like, it's a good Christmas movie. Much better than A Wonderful Life. Don't get me started about that one. But there is A Christmas Story 2. And just doing that... Now, I'm not talking about the one, A Christmas Story that came out on HBO a couple years ago. That's really good. There's actually a Christmas Story 2, a sequel. And there's movies sometimes like that you just think, like, it just feels weird to slap a 2 on that. Can you think of any other ones like that? No, honestly, no second tap. I know, Blue. Thank you so much. Not gonna lie, I'm 2-timing as well, but probably no. I'm absolutely okay with that. Honestly, if anybody does that, I'm still very happy that they're here. You know? Content rarely has my full attention either, guys. I'm a chronic doing 2 things at once kind of guy. It's what I do. It's my move. It's probably why I like doing this so much, because I'm doing something right now that this would be boring to get through. But with you all here and being able to talk through things, it feels much more manageable. Final Destination 2. Yeah. For some reason, that doesn't have the same. Let me try to think of another one. It would have to be a movie where, like, I wish I could describe the feeling a little bit better, but it'd have to be a movie that, like, it didn't need a sequel. It didn't need a sequel. Final Fantasy 2. But, like, in Final Fantasy, that has that has this like connotation of, I mean, I guess other than final, it's not the final one, but it is this connotation of like a larger story, right? So that makes more sense, you know? Oh, The Lion King 2. That's kind of one. Little Mermaid 2, where it almost feels like the second, this is it. This is the feeling. It feels like the second movie is not a real sequel to the movie. Like, I haven't watched the Christmas Story one, but it's like, I don't remember if it's supposed to be the same family, but it feels like it's not, it's like an unofficial sequel, right? And they slap a 2 on it and get you to think that, like, I mean, they got the rights to it, so it is official in that regard, but it just, none of the actors are the same. It's kind of like continuing a story that didn't need to be continued, that was like wrapped up really nicely. Oregonova, good morning. How you doing? And Kelt, good morning, Kelt. I hope you're doing well. I had another one in my mind that I was like, wait, why? Okay, so here's a great example. Home Alone and Home Alone 2. Great movies. Sequels that make sense, right? And it's not just Home Alone 2, it's Home Alone Lost in New York City, right? But then there's a Home Alone 3. Not the same kid, completely different story. Horrible. And like doesn't even feel like it's an actual sequel to something, you know? Yeah. So that's a great example of one that's actually good. Has a good sequel, and then a what were you thinking sequel? Like why did this need to be made sequel? If it's not Kevin McAllister, I want nothing to do with it. You know? If it's not Macaulay Culkin, you can GTFO, you know? I don't want to hear it. Let's see. Home Alone 3 doesn't exist. I refuse to believe it. That's the energy right there. Where I'm talking about like sequels where like, why does this exist? Why was this made? There's got to be more. The Lion King 2, The Lion King, wasn't there a Lion King 1.5? That actually might be good because I like that joke. I just like the joke of the 1.5. The sequel that happens during the actual movie itself, right? You love The Lion King 2? I mean, that's fine. It's okay to like the movie, but, you know, it's sort of like, okay, cool. Oh, what were they doing? They're doing a Mufasa movie, which is like, okay. Whichever one with Kovu was good. I named my cat after Kiara. Mm-hmm. Ursa, that's the one I'm talking about. It's Mufasa, right? Let me think of some more. There's got to be other examples. Grease 2 might be one of them. I haven't seen Grease 2, but when I think about Grease, and then I think about a sequel to Grease, and just calling it Grease 2 is like, okay, something's off, you know? This is looking pretty good, no? Let me look at this reference picture really quickly. It seems that me switching to this camera has helped the OBS crashing. I hope that doesn't mean that I can't use that camera anymore, but we'll see. Hate to say it, but does it need to be bigger? Ursa, quit it. This. I don't know. Let's look. Let's fly off and take a look. What the F are we building? Okay, here, I'll show you the building that we're building. You're going to see this reference picture and you're going to say that it does need to be bigger. You're going to say that it does. You just are. No comment, Ursa. No comment. Yeah, we're laying pipe. Yeah, exactly. It's like a big pipe. It's too small. No, see, I say this because I know you're right. And I just spent all this time. And it's like, of course you're right. It's a family-friendly stream? Of course it is. What are you talking about? It's pretty average size, to be honest. This is a family friendly. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, how many more blocks out do you think we need to go to get it bigger? I think it's a fine size. I want it to be bigger. I don't want it to overpower everything. You know what I mean? It's a good average size. It is my goal. My one goal was to make it taller than this, and I've been successful at that, you know. But this would be the point to decide if we make it bigger. I mean, we could even just go a couple blocks bigger just to give it a bigger sense. By only going a few more blocks, we're gonna get a bigger sense of it. In the picture, it does overpower. It does. It is very large and in charge. So what you're telling me is let's play around with a couple more sizes. The OG building needs to be, needs to be the focus too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Rosie, hello. Hi, welcome. I think I'm agreeing. Let's try a couple more blocks. So we got it at 21 now. That was just basically the reason I started there was because of the base that we made here, right? Now we can continue to go this way a little bit more. So if we're at 21 right now, 22, 23, 24, 25. If it was just imagining a little wider like that, and that's also going to make it taller, make it kind of expand out. If we go 25, let me play around with the circle. 25 by 25. Yeah, is going to make it a little bit wider. So let's do one ring of that, and then we can decide if we will go even bigger after that, right? And we'll do that before we tear anything apart, just to make sure that we're all happy, okay? Okay, I need to find the middle of 25, though. I might have to go 26 to have a decent middle, but yeah, because the middle of 25 is going to be what? Somebody get a calculator. Get a calculator. 12.5. Dang it. Yeah, so maybe we have to go 26 in order to get a good middle, right? Do we have to go 26? Wouldn't 13 Oreganova? Should I have just done the math myself? It is 12.5. 12.5 felt right to me. 25 divided by 2. Yeah, 12.5. So if we do it... They did it right, but the center point would be 13. Let's just do some counting. So let's do 1, 2, 3. Did I add another brick? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so let's start 25. 2, 3. Yeah, but 13 would have 12 on either side, right? Let's just count it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So here's 12. So center block would be 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, there. Yeah, so 25. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, okay. So that'll be where we start the center of this. So let's start that. Yeah, let's do like right there. All the numbers, 5, 4, 3, 2, yeah. Listen, math has always been not my strong suit. Okay, so that's the center. So we go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's basically 7. And then we go up, 2, 3, up, 2, 3. Then 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yep, and then up 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Not bad, not bad. God, I can't type. Well, I can't do math, so we're even. You know what it is about math for me? Is I have such trauma around math. I don't know why. I mean, I kind of know a little bit of why. But I have such trauma around math that like I second guess even if I did a calculation in my head, I immediately go, if I'm wrong about this, I'm going to be deeply embarrassed. So like I double think myself and then I check my math and I'm like, no, okay, yeah, that was right. So I'm always doubting my math, my head math. Always. And I never feel confident about it unless I've run it through a calculator. 1, 2, 3. So a lot of that is more trauma based than anything else, which is just fun for me, you know? Okay. 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we should go to the 2s. 1, 2, and 2, 1. Yep, go 1, 2. So I wish I could just say, well, let's just if I can just trust myself, I'm better at it than I think I am. But it's just every time I think about that, I really have weird thoughts about it. 2, 3, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My biggest thing is like I hate when I feel stupid, you know? That's the feeling right there that I'm like, something doesn't. Could be just because of this other circle, it's feeling weird. Yeah, it should go out. I did something wrong, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No? Yeah, no, I think it's just the other circles throwing my brain off. What happened, Holden? I had to get up at 2 a.m. because I heard the old man Holden getting restless and could tell he needed to go outside. What a good dog dad, you know? My older brother was really good at math. It still is. He's like, I don't know, is he becoming a doctor or something at this point, I think? I know he was like a nurse at one point, and I think he's taking that even like further than that. So like he's always been so smart and stuff like that. He might disagree with me, but to me, it always seemed like this kind of stuff came so easily to him, and I had to struggle just to make it through math, you know? All right, what do we think? Is that big enough? Is that big enough? I've been here since 0400 getting the grill going and made the poor decision to stay up until oh well, yeah, that is. But hey, what are you grilling though? Rosie loves you. Okay, I just changed up my Twitch a bit. Like your Twitch username, what was it before? Am I forgetting somebody who used to be here? I hope not. Studied another chapter and took a quiz and got 100, but I started getting so anxious that I'm going to fail this test. I mean, it sounds like you got it, right? But I get it. I have major test anxiety. It's why I was a very low performer in college. Like I had very average grades, like C's and D's. I didn't like fail anything. I didn't fail out anything, but I sure didn't get no A's. That's for sure. Just tests are just so nerve-wracking for me. I hate it. We're making a kind of a tube-shaped building here. I want to get everybody's opinion. What do we think? Do we think that's bigger? Is that bigger and better? I haven't taken a test without notes yet. Nah, it'll do it. So the test is an open book. when I got into my job, we did a lot of training at my job, which is great, which is wonderful. And they said there was going to be tests. I was so anxious. And then they were like, "Oh, but it's open book." So, you know, all the training materials we've given you, you can reference, you can look at. And when I tell you, like, that was so relieving. It was so relieving because they're like, we just really want to know that yes, you've gotten an introduction to these topics, but also if you forget something, you can go look it up. There's no shame in looking something up, you know? And that really helped me. I think that's probably why I did so well. I do really well at work because I can kind of like, I'm not really tested, you know? Like tests don't really exist in the real world. Everyone's like, yeah, you don't remember something. That makes sense. There's a lot of stuff to remember. Go look it up, you know? I do have World Edit. I don't have it up right now. I wonder though if I shouldn't go on and delete it. Yeah. 1900 to 2000 estimated 2300 hours to how do you say 000 hours? You got to be on a camera. Ugh. See, this is what I hated about. I hate school. School is cool. Stay in school, kids. Man, I hate school so much. I hate tests. I hate this, like, read this random stuff and just cram this knowledge into your head for one quiz, pass that quiz, and immediately forget all of it, especially when it came to, like, historical dates. History is really fascinating. I really like it, but I hate doing the test. Like, well, I'm not going to remember this random date that this random thing happened. Like, come on. Like, I just finished a college course. So glad it's over. I can only imagine. The college I went to was, it was a Bible college. So, you know, like, I could rely on a lot of knowledge that I already had from years of being in that, you know. I'm too deep. Okay, Coleman, yes. I can use part of the walls. Yeah, I mean, which ones line up, though? I was thinking about just jumping into World Edit real quick and just deleting it. But, of course, then it's going to leave me with those weird shadows. You're doing an online Christian college? Ugh. I'm not going to involve myself. I'm going to be a good boy. All I'm going to say, you're a very talented artist, and that skill could be developed probably in a much nicer place. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. I'm not getting involved. Okay. So I don't know, I guess, do I build out? Yeah, some of these will work. Let's build it out. Do we agree that this is big enough? Is everybody happy with the size now? See, I'm not gonna be able to use that. I won't be able to use that. I'll be able to use like one or two here and there, you know? Yes, it's big enough. Okay, good. I don't know, it almost seems, Coleman, it almost seems just a little like to have to be like, okay, I can keep this, but not keep this, but keep this, but not keep this, but keep this and not keep this, like, seems harder to me than, you know, just going with it. Let me bring out the base. The base will probably change a lot. Whoops. There is a little square base at the bottom of this, so that's why I want to kind of keep the shape going here. It's kind of like a round thing sitting on a little pedestal. A pedal stool? Do you mean a pedal stool? No, a pedal stool. I went too far. That's from the IT crowd. Anybody ever watch that? Oh, shoot. Guys, I was supposed to go to work today. I gotta go. I don't want to do it. Oh no, Bebo. Please watch Star Wars. We all know who that's intended for. Yeah, if anything, we're just gonna like alienate AMs even more, you know. You love the IT crowd. It's such a okay, it's got its problems for sure. It is a dated show a little bit. So I'll just preface it with that. But also there's some very funny people in that show, and a lot of people kind of got their start on that show. The guy who ends up being in What We Do in the Shadows, New York City. He was the boss on that for for a couple of the seasons. But yeah, so it's like one of those shows where like I don't necessarily recommend it, but it is pretty funny, and I have watched it. You need to build more in Minecraft. I agree, Rosie. You should do that. Building is so much fun in Minecraft. I absolutely love it. I love doing big projects like this. I love seeing it come together. We've been working on it now for like 31 days. It's so cool to think back to the original and see what we've done. It's a very cool experience. I'm just gonna thicken that up a bit. Should I just go ahead and take the time to? I can't take the time. I'll tell you what I'll do. What I'll do off stream is I'll go into World Edit and just delete this, so I don't have to sit here and get rid of it there. And then by the time we meet, you know, I would blow it up with TNT, but I'm trying to be cautious because I'd have to space the TNT just right, because if the TNT hits the other TNT and pushes it out, I'm gonna take out some of the blocks unintended. So I can't just like pop them all up. I have to be careful. Yeah, Matt Berry. Yeah. What We Do in the Shadows is a good watch. Mark Hamill is an episode. Yeah, I watched most of What We Do in the Shadows. And then Mrs. Nodder's been seeing some clips of it, so I was like, you should just watch it and get caught up to me. So then we watch it together. But yeah, his inflection on stuff is just, it's very funny. And a lot of that started in the IT crowd. Maybe not started. That's the first time I was aware of him as an actor. But I don't know if he started there. He might have already been pretty popular by that time. I've been watching Ams play Minecraft. It makes me want to play. Where's Ams been playing Minecraft? Wait, do you know Ams IRL? Whoops, wrong button. Okay, well, that went by really fast. It went by super fast. It's kind of sad. Okay, so let's talk a little bit before I go. Let's chat, okay? Let's have a little chat. Oh, on your realm, on Discord, I only have online friends. Well, I can kind of relate. Either online or like people I've known that now I only interact with online. Okay, let's chat though, okay? Real quick, I want to tell you what's going on next, like the next coming days, okay? Because it is going to be a little weird again. I'm sorry. The timing is not ideal, but here's what's happening. Tomorrow I'll give Ams what Ams wants, and we'll do a Lego stream. Let's build the Bosch helmet. I'm not ready to do the TIE Interceptor yet, but let's do the helmet that I got for my birthday from Mrs. Nonder. Let's do that tomorrow. I'm also working on setting up a couple of things here for that stream that will make that stream even better. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, I have a couple of things I'm working on for that. So that we'll do that tomorrow. I think that's a good idea. I've been missing building. I'm nowhere near. I am not even close to being done sorting all this. I did get kind of exhausted by it for a little bit, and by other things, but emotionally exhausted from it. And so it's still the plan, it's still happening, but I think we should go ahead and take a stream and just build something. I'm back. Thank you for streaming. Everyone else hears. Thank you for being here. Is that what you're saying? That's great. Thank you for being here, old school. I appreciate that. Besides my roommate, I talked to like 3 people IRL. Everyone else is online friends. I can relate to that. Yeah. I have a lot of acquaintances, you know, and I have some prospects. I have some prospects for friends. We're actually going to a game night tomorrow night with some new friends, and I'm a little nervous. I'm kind of nervous. I'm mostly nervous that like I won't be weird, and then also nervous that they end up being good people, because I can't take many more based on where we are. Yeah. I hope they're good people. So far so good. But, you know, we're really crossing our fingers here. So maybe we'll have some IRL friends pretty soon. Okay, so that's going to happen Saturday. Then Monday morning, we'll come back and do a little bit of Minecraft. And then I hate to say it, but I will not be streaming the rest of the week. So the 14th, 15th, 16th, and the 17th is up in the air. The 17th's up in the air, you know? I'm going on a okay. Weird thing to drop on us, but all right. I don't know who Philip Schofield is. Totally be weird first. Let them know who you really are. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be myself. I guess I'm not like worried about that. I'm more worried about like, do they turn out to be good people? I've met some incredible people, and like especially within the past week, I've really had my my eyes open to how fortunate and lucky I am to have met a lot of you. It's been very helpful to have people like that in my life. So like I want that same thing for anyone who thinks that they're going to spend any time with me in real life. I want the same support, and I want to give the same kind of support, you know? If they're guildmates, yes, they'll be the most amazing people. They're not. As far as I know, none of them are not. These are IRL people that we have met fairly recently. And we're doing a game night. So yeah, but they do seem so far to be pretty good people. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if we gel with any of them at all. But yeah, it is scary territory, but this is the year of doing new things, you know, taking chances. It's just so important to have like good people around you. Community and the online community obviously is like so important. Like I'm never going to look down on that. But it's also like good for us to have like some local friends. And up until recently it's been a little hard for us to find that. But I'll talk more about it. I'll talk more about it later, maybe once we're settled in. But yeah, once we kind of see how it's going, maybe then I'll talk more about it. But yeah, it'd just be nice to have some local friends. Doggy Butt walk past. Is that Smoke? Yeah, there he is. Hey, Smokey.
Credits.
Smokey.
Welcome back.
Ams, thank you so much for the bit. Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. Hey, there he is. Hey, Smokey. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, so yes. So next week, though, okay, here's some Smokey for you. So I break the news. The 14th, 15th, and 16th, I will be on a business trip for work, which is something I have not done in a long time. I thought I was done with the business trip life, but apparently there is a conference that they want us to go to on the 14th, 15th, and 16th. I'm coming back late on the 16th, so I really don't know about the next day. If I do something on next Friday, then I'll probably jump on Minecraft, but I don't know how tired I'm going to be. I don't know how tired I'm going to be before, by the time that whole thing is done. I could be just wiped. But either way, if I don't come back on Friday, then I might be back on Saturday, and I'll give you updates throughout that week as well. I don't have to go too far. Nah, not too far. Is it really far north or in a state that starts with an M asking for me? It's actually still in Texas. It's actually going to end up being a road trip too. I don't even get to fly. It's just a road trip basically. But yeah. Don't push yourself. We want you mentally, emotionally, and physically healthy, Non. That's my goal too. And I appreciate that. Texas is way too big. It's going to be like a 5-ish hour drive and we're still going to be in Texas. So I was like, yeah, why couldn't they have had it? If they would have had it in San Diego, I would have lost my mind. I would have been like, yes, please, let's go. So I'm like not too excited about it. You know, it'll be fine, but like, you know, It's been a long time. It's going to be so boring. I looked at some of the things they want us to go to, some of the lectures and stuff. And I'm like, I'm going to be bored out of my mind. I'm going to be bored out of my mind. Y'all dwarf multiple European countries. Yeah. It is funny. It is pretty funny. But it's like, also it's because most of the place here, nobody wants to live. That's why they're all like, you got Dallas, you got Fort Worth, you got Austin. Like you have all these pockets of big cities because the rest of it is like unlivable space. It's not great. It's not great farmland for most things. It's hot. It's gross. The further south you go, it gets not only hotter, but also more humid. The ocean's not that great. Like it's a very gross kind of ocean. It's just, I think that's why it's so big. Cause they're like, yeah, y'all can have that. Not that the land was given to us, but you know what I mean. When they're drawing state lines, they're like, that can all be Texas. Who cares? No one wants to live there anyway. Well, he's like, but Dad, I want to hit buttons too. Are you trying to hit buttons? Huh? All right. He likes his ear scritches. In Australia, you can drive one way for days and be in the state. Australia's pretty big, right? Look at that. He's leaning into it. He's like, oh yeah. If I could work from Texas, I'd totally buy a ranch in Texas and just do that. Yeah. If you're looking for a ranch life, totally. There's tons of open space for that, even still. Especially if you go away from civilization a little bit. There's tons of space for that. Okay, well, that's it then. I'll see you all tomorrow morning. It's Friday, right? Hang on. I think that means Lutz isn't here. Uh-oh, does that mean I need to do lunges? Do I have time to do lunges? What do we think? Can I get a vote on the lunges real quick? We're Lutzless on Fridays. Dang it. Was he not on yesterday, though, too? Or did I miss him? I was going to jump into chat. Okay, let's do lunges. I think it'll be good. There you go. Is it, please help me remember, is it 55 or 50? He switched Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. I was going to say yesterday I was like, I'm going to jump into Lute's chat this morning, and then I didn't see him. Okay. Just for this week, though. All right, let me bring this up. We got an ad coming in about 2 minutes. Is it 50 or 55? 500, stop. Just making sure my cords are okay. I also have a little bit of news. I think I have found a way. To set this thing up to work better for LEGO streams. I won't have it fully done tomorrow. But basically, I think I'm going to get new monitor stand to where I can move one of the screens. Putting my extender on. I can move one of the screens over here and kind of rotate it for LEGO streams and then bring it back for regular streams. I think it's going to work. I'm testing a couple of things out right now, though. But okay, it's 50. It's not 55. Why did I think it was 55? It's too small. Now you need an extender. So I can do that. You can't lunge 55. Okay, look out, bud. All right, let's do it then. Left. Here we go. Go. Whoa, I went down low. I'm hitting them low. I had a heart attack. I thought today was Thursday for a second and got sad. No, today's Friday. Yeah, I did a little bit different show today. I was just feeling the need to play. A succulent 50-second lunge, you know it. Why did I think 55? I'm doubting myself right now. My legs are getting very strong, guys. I've been very consistent with my workouts, and I'm starting to see results. I'm starting to see things change. Some body recomp, lightly so. You might not notice it yet, but I notice it. It's starting. It's beginning. By LutzCon, watch out. Oh, shoot. I lost track of time. It was so easy. Let's just all tell Lutz how easy these lunges are for me now. Oh crap, I forgot to put my chicken in the marinade this morning. Oh no. Do it at lunchtime. You'll still have some time. 54.1. It was a little bit longer than 55, but should we show off and just go 55? Did you cancel the ad by accident? Yeah, it looks like you might have snoozed it, which is completely fine. Yeah, now it says the ad starts in 5 minutes, which is fine. We're about to leave anyway. I should actually probably already be gone, but we can finish this up. Lars did. Okay, cool. No one wants to lose the lunges. Do a little warrior one. I still do random yoga poses. I don't really do a whole routine still. I kind of wish I did. It is time consuming, you know? All right. Oop. Got it. An entire stream where I'm lunging. That'd be so hard, right? Do 10 minutes. I think probably at a minute I'd be out. But this is odd. The last few times I did it on Lutz's stream about a week ago, I was shaking by this point. How is meditation? Guys, it's rough. It has not been great. But I'm going to refocus on it. Yeah, it hasn't been great. It's also like Mental Health Awareness Month too, I think. So maybe I should put some thought into doing some like supportive work for that. Meditate during Lego. You want me to take a break for 10 minutes and just close my eyes? I probably can't run a headspace meditation. On stream, huh? That'd probably be a copyright thing, right? Breathing exercises while you snap those bricks. Build while talking ASMR. Okay, we could do something like that. Regular lunge fine. Extreme iso lunge, you're not doing it for 10 minutes. Yeah, no way. We talked about what the record was, right, Lutz? At some point. Then we said we did May stuff. Let the man have his victory. What's mental health? We just bury those feelings. Yeah, JK. Yeah. I just fell off. I was doing it for a couple of days there, and then some things happened, and I fell off a little bit. But you know, there we go. Look at that, easy, barely breaking a sweat. Let's go. These legs have been supporting me for years. They have been supporting me through thick and thin, mostly thick, and they haven't let me down yet. My legs are probably like the most muscular part of me so far. It was the Royal Yor. Oh. The Royal Yor. Okay. I gotta go. What did Ursa say? Not really JK over there. Yeah, I've been there. I have been discovering... I talked to Akti about this. I've been discovering the power. Did you all know that you're supposed to, like, having emotional regulation doesn't mean that you're not going to experience emotion? It's actually more about embracing the emotion and like feeling that and allowing yourself to feel it, because really the more we push it down, I'm out of breath a little bit. The more we push it down, the more it's going to bother us and the longer it's going to take for us to get over it. So it's like, just feel it, you know? And I feel that. Feeling is also a lesson I've been learning and relearning. So true. We're going to go over to Glitch today. Let's go see what Glitchcraft is up to. Looks like they are playing Her Story for the first time. Oh, I've seen this game. I've actually been interested in this game. It looks like you're like on a police computer. I should probably let them explain it, but a police computer, and then you look at like interviews and videos and stuff like that and try to piece together a case. Looks pretty cool. Okay, well, there's the raid. Thank you all for being here. It has been fun. I'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll Lego it up tomorrow, and then we'll head into next week where I will be absent for most of it. But you'll be in my mind the entire week, and I'll try to be over at Lutz's whenever I can during that week as well, just to say hey. Although we do have a couple early morning meetings, which I'm like, really? Gonna give me a nice hotel room and not let me sleep in? Anyway, here comes the raid. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful, I almost said Monday, but it's Friday. Have a great Friday. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.